Hello everyone, I am going to discuss the question answer of chapter 2, that is biological classification. Your first question is, see the NCERT book, is discuss how the scientific classification systems have undergone several changes over a period of time. So your answer will be, just try to observe. We have a three different system of classification time to time. Artificial system of classification, natural system of classification, and phylogenetic system of classification. So what are the significance of these three system of classification? When we observe about the artificial system of classification, here the few superficial resemblance were taken. Habitat, whether they are found in aquatic, terrestrial or aerial, subaerial, like habitat, in habits like herbs, shrubs, tree. So these were the features considered during the classification. But Bentham and Hooker, when produces the natural system of classification, the more morphological characters were included with the numerical taxonomy, the number of sepals, petals, 5, trimerous, tetramerous, pentamerous, on counting, type of ovary, inferior, superior. So such characters were considered during the classification in natural system of classification, which was more advanced in comparison to the artificial system of classification. Then phylogenetic system came into existence. Here the phylogenic relationship, phylogeny was considered. Phylogeny means the evolutionary relationship. Any organisms has evolved, then what are their parents from which they have developed. So evolutionary relationship was the more important consideration during this classification. Chemotaxonomy, the chemicals present in the system of in different organisms was considered to be the major, as well as bioinformatics. As the approaches changes, the more technology enhancement has done. So genetics basis were also considered during the classification of phylogeny. So in this way you can write your answer. Okay. Your second question is, state two economic importance usage of heterotrophic bacteria and archaebacteria. Two, you have to answer. Now try to answer. Two economically important usage of one, heterotrophic bacteria. They are good decomposers. So they decompose the waste material and help in nutrient cycling. First point. Second, lactobacillus help in curdling of milk. Many usages are there. Antibiotics like streptomycin prepared from Streptomyces genus. These all are very, very important. They obtain from heterotrophic bacteria. Archaebacteria means ancient bacteria. The methanogen, very famous, utilizes in the formation of gobar gas and usage of fuel in rural area. And thermoacidophils, here the thermoacidophils, Taq polymerase, one important enzyme obtained from a bacterium Thermus aquaticus, which can work at 94 degrees Celsius. I have also discussed in my video earlier classes, extensively used in biotechnology. So these are the two usages you can write. The third question is, your third question is, what is the nature of cell in diatoms? So what will be the nature of cell wall in diatoms? Your answer will be, the cell wall is covered by transparent silicaceous cell, that is also known as frostule. So this is the most important characters of diatom cells. Question number 4. Your fourth question tells that find out what do the term algal bloom and red tide signify? So try to know the answer. Algal bloom is nothing but the excessive growth of blue-green algae or algae member as a phytoplanktons on the surface of in waterlogging area is known as algal bloom. You might have observed that in any new area where the waterlogging just occurs and within few days a green color covered the water. The water turns green in color. So due to excessive growth within a very short period of time is known as algal bloom. Balloon के तरफ खिलना. Red tide. Red tide, as the name indicates, red color imparted by certain member of dinoflagellates, that is goniolochs, which also produces toxins in the sea area to raise a tide. That color imparts the red, so called red tides. So in this way you can write. Next question is your, how are viroids different from viruses? If you consider my video, I have already discussed that viruses are made up of nucleic acid with protein. You can write viruses. So viruses having nucleic acid plus protein, while viroids have, you remember my slide, viroids have only nucleic acid, that is RNA, not protein. So they have no proteins absent in them. So in this way you can easily write 1 to 5 question answer clearly. Okay, thank you.